So one of the things you can do is visualization. So a lot of you might be familiar with the basketball story about how when they're training, they did this study where some of the basketball players practiced every day shooting hoops. Some didn't do anything. And then there was this other group that visualized getting perfect hoops every time. And at the end of the time period that they did this, the ones that were visualizing hitting the hoops perfectly every time were the ones that had improved the most. So if you're wanting to improve your speaking, visualization, imagining yourself succeeding, visualizing the room, the audience, and your delivery, the mental rehearsal can significantly reduce your anxiety. Preparation is another thing. Know your material well. Knowing your material well reduces anxiety. And yes, so we'll move on. Mindset. You need to have a growth mindset. You need to always be learning, because when you're open to learning, you can get feedback from whatever you're doing and learn from it. And that's really important. This next one, most people don't even think about, but body language. You need to stand tall, make eye contact, gesture purposefully. And there are 5 positions that Virginia Satir talks about. And one of them is the pleaser. Now, the pleaser is when you're looking to the audience and you're going, do you agree with me? Then there's the data person. They're kind of standing there with their arms crossed and just sort of spouting the data. Then there's the distractor. Then there's the blamer. Okay. And then there's the leveler. And the leveler is the one that you want to be in if you're wanting to be believed. Now, the other ones can add some contrast. The distractor can add a little bit of excitement. If you're going to do blamer, you always do it with a full hand. You never point at anybody specifically. And I'm going to say this to the women out there. If you're doing pleaser, don't do it too often, because otherwise you look like you're begging and that you don't know what you're doing. So don't do pleaser too often. And men, don't do blamer too often. So your body language needs to convey balance, openness, engagement, and trustworthiness. Now, there's also a breathing technique that can help you that most people don't know. So a lot of times when you're told that you're anxious to breathe, I'm actually going to tell you something different. So I'm going to tell you to blow all the breath out of your body, hold it out to the count of 4, and then breathe slowly in